Hi, this is Adekyn with another Grand Ages Rome campaign mission video. This one is Army of the Republic. In this one we have to build an army in support of Pompey, and in 40 minutes time we have to draft 3 equestrian squads and 3 praetorian squads. We have to, as bonus objectives, gain 10,000 denarii, and we have to have production of 40 olive oil and production of 40 marble. Um, this one has a challenge right at the beginning, and once you get through the beginning and get through a couple of hurdles, then it's just kind of a standard build. So the key thing here is, first of all, our materials production, because our logging is really weak, and just materials production in general. And this is where, having estates that bring you in materials, or having, like the Lucii, who gets those great production bonuses, would really shine at the first part of this. But you can see there's a lot of room on the map. There's 3 trade routes. There's plenty of flat land for us to build in. All our farmland is down away from us, so we're going to have to go to a second community to do any farming. So our first community up there is basically going to be about getting our production straightened out. And you can see we have 100 wine as a bonus, and we have 70 slaves. So we're going to use that to help us get our economy going early, and then through a lot of trade, and once we get that going, once we get the materials production straightened out and get our economy going, then it's just a standard build from then on out. With, of course, we want to get some research going, so we'll try to get a library fairly early to get our research bumped up. And that area just circled over there to the right is a key to the whole thing, is really getting over there to get that timber that's out there. There's not a lot of it. It's a big map, but there's not a lot of good lumber. So we're going to do a little leapfrog here. We're going to build an insula as far out as we can from that fountain, so it's covered by water, and then use that to allow us to build down in that little area where all the wood is. And by doing that, that's going to take care of most of our materials production issues, and then we'll get our drafted squad to go down and get us a trade route so we can start trading. So we're going to build that iron mine just because that's the one that we can capture from that insula. And then we're just short a little bit on wood to get a slave camp, so we're going to do something I always hate doing. Apparently the Romans were unbelievable horticulturalists. They could plant trees and instantly have them grow into lumber that they could cut. So using that amazing talent the ancient Romans had, we added just a little bit of trees, just enough to get us the slave camp. Now we'll use that area down there to build. We'll end up with 3 lumber camps. We'll have plenty of brickworks down there. We'll have stone, we'll have marble, we'll have iron. So all that will come from this one area right here. So this is really a key area to the whole map, is being able to get this one slave camp, make good use of the slaves to get us plenty of lumber production, plenty of bricks, plenty of stone, again, some iron, some marble, a really important spot. And the first key to the mission. The first key to the mission is just getting that materials production going so that you are able to build. Again, it's a key. It's the first thing you want to do on any mission. This particular mission is a little clumsy, so you have to use that little leapfrog to get over there and get it started. But now that we've got this going, we've got good production, and now the thing to do, we have to get our economy straightened out, because we have no income, and right now we have literally almost no sources of income. And about all we could do is throw down a temple and get a few dollars for that, but or a few denarii, but that's not going to help us a ton. So we need to straighten out our economy. So okay, so materials production, good shape, and now we're going to start with the economy. We're going to put down a temple as our first pass, and also try to get goods production going so that we have plenty of items to trade. So as soon as that hastati gets that over to that trade route, we can open up trade posts and start making some money. So here goes the temple to Saturn, which will give us minimal income. and we'll just keep building around this little area. And it's really very clumsy, as you can see. It's a very clumsy area to start. Putting in a school just to get some research going. Again, we're playing this with the no talent, no estates character, so we've got to get some research going. And I'm putting in a bakery here just so that we can get goods production. So between the bakery and the farmers market, we will have goods production going up here in this area. And now that we've got a school, we can queue up our research, and we have to get some of the military. So I just queued up the 3 basics on each one, and then we'll come back and start targeting. Well, the first thing we'll try to get is a library. So again, we're just building up, getting flour so that that bakery can work, and then we're going to build an outpost up here. If I could fix something, I would move that outpost up closer to the iron mine so that I'd freed up that space below it to build, but not a big deal. So again, just continuing to build. Now we're going to start building our trading post because we do have a trading route available, and we'll send our Hastati to go get the next trading route so that we can get hopefully even better prices or better trade opportunities. So again, this is just it's just that simple, really. Get your trade going. So you'll notice as we build this, we're going to end up with 6 trading posts here. I'm going to try to get, so we just go through and look and see, okay, what's the best deal we can get? The best deal we can get right now is to trade 30 slaves to Capua, and then we'll take the next one and say, what's the second best deal we can get? And it looks like it's going to be goods to Rome, and then we'll do it again, and you just keep doing that and getting all the trade routes going you can, so that now our economy is in decent shape. If you don't do this, if you skip this part and don't get the trade routes going early, you will not have a lot of fun with this mission or any other mission, really, because your economy is just going to be so weak that you're always going to be either on the verge of bankruptcy, or you're going to be just waiting all the time and for things to build back up so that you can build. So everything's going to slow down and drag. But doing it this way, you get your economy going. You'll notice, we're selling slaves now. We'll actually, at some point, we'll need the slaves for a couple of slave camps we're going to do to get some gold and get marble. But at that point, we just simply stop selling the slaves and start selling something else, or even buying something that we need. So the trading posts are crucial. You get those things going. You get all the best deals you can, and don't be shy about trading things that you're going to need later. You can trade them for a while and get the money from them, and then to always switch to something else later on when you need those goods. So you could trade. In fact, a couple of other things I could have done here. I didn't, but I should have probably traded iron early on before I was recruiting equestrian Praetorians. Could have traded marble, which usually gets you good prices. So could have actually even done a better job with this, but this is just the basic idea to get that done. And you can see that one logging camp that was our original has pretty much been wiped out. There's no wood anymore, and we'll end up eventually deleting that because we don't need to maintain it. We can actually use the space for a little entertainment for that area up there. So again, we're just going to continue to build these trading posts, and and then we'll go into building other communities around the map, and then it's just a matter of getting your research up so that you can do Praetorians, doing your drafting, setting up your basic military area with weaponsmith and stables and barracks and military academy, and getting your drafting. And you would probably typically draft your equestry first. Since the Praetorians need research, you would target research on your Praetorians, and you would go from there. So now we're starting to build our area down there where that iron mine is, and the plan is to build in this valley. We'll build a couple of communities in here, and that way we can work our way down to that farming. We have just enough farming up there in our starting position to feed us for a while, but we're going to need to go down there to get the olive oil planted, get a couple of olive mines or olive farms, going, and get those upgraded through research so that we can get our 40 production that we're required. And we're wanting to put a outpost here just in case we want to use that area. That's not really a critical area. There's one further north that has gold, and we'd certainly like to get that for the purposes of making our economy even stronger. But anyway, now we've fast forwarded a lot. I didn't want to show you all the building because it's just more of the same building that you've seen in other videos, and I'm sure you know how to do it. But the one key thing here I did want to show was we've got our iron going. We've upgraded the mines a little bit, but we don't have quite enough to be able to get all those Praetorians. You can see we've got our 3 equestri at this point. We've got 1 Praetorian, but we can't do the other one. So we're just going to go out and buy a little bit of iron, the least we can get by with and still get the job done. And now you can see we can draft our 2 remaining Praetorian squads. So we're in great shape. You can see the money's in great shape. We're over 18,000. And that, again, the key to that was getting an early economy, getting ahead on the economy. And now I notice that, I've got goods to trade. I could trade marble, what have you. But I thought since I had the marble, I'd check and see what can I build. And I can build the Circus Maximus, so why not? We could always trade the marble away and forget about it, but why not put one on here if we can find a place that it will fit? So I'm just kind of wandering around the map looking to see, who would like a circus, and trying to find a spot for it. And eventually we do find a good spot right there we go, near that outpost that we'd captured earlier. And you can see we did end up picking up some marble with a slave camp there. And so we'll build Circus Maximus, and here it'll be a definite destination spot in this region. So you can see we got 4 communities going, our trading community, and 3 rather nicer ones with middle and upper class folks in them. And we're just double checking. We've got our olive oil, we've got our marble, we've got our money. We're just waiting on the units to finish being created, our final Praetorians, and we've got plenty of time left, so we're in great shape. So we'll end up winning this one with the gold, with a pretty nice looking build. There's a lot of things we could do, go in and put some pretty it up a little bit and what have you, but basically that's the idea. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helps you be a better player.